Welcome to Loving My Daughter-in-Law podcast. I'm relationship expert and master certified coach Leanne Austin. I'll help you create more connection, love, and fun with others, yourself, and your daughter-in-law. Hey y'all, welcome to Loving My Daughter-in-Law, episode number 184, Nothing to Fix, with Darcy Christ. I love observing and connecting with other humans, especially noting how they feel and implement love into their lives and their relationships. We have the amazing Darcy sharing some beautiful love and relationship insights with us today. All right, Darcy, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, Leanne. My name is Darcy Christ, and Leanne and I met doing some coaching stuff. And I am no longer a life coach, but I still have that mentality. And I'm a mom of two girls. I've been married forever, and my daughters are 32 and 28. Um, I started doing stand-up comedy in the last year, which is kind of why I'm not coaching anymore. And my daughters and I just started a podcast together called Read the Room, a comedic podcast, hopefully.
I love that. And I cannot wait to listen to that. And I love that you're a comedian now. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Darcy. So
Having
exciting.
fun, having fun.
That is so cool. All right. Well, tell us, how do you incorporate love into your business and life, and how does that impact your relationships?
Um, it's an interesting question with comedy. I think you have to love yourself to be able to do comedy and to and love people. I don't know. It depends. I love people. Um, and I was a stay-at-home mom. I kind of still am, but my kids are gone now. But I think to me, love is in everything I do because I just feel like that's kind of my foundation. It sounds really, I don't know, maybe Pollyanna, and I'm kind of a smart aleck. But I think love is the basis. I think it's kind of the meaning of life. And I came up with a meditation a long time ago, like just like I am love shared, and I try to live into that. I'm not always perfect at it, not even close, but just remembering to come from a place of love is so much more satisfying and powerful than coming from a place of criticism and uh, judgment.
Yes, 100%. I love that. I am love shared too. That is so beautiful. And I know the times that I've been able to connect with you in person, like I can feel that love from you. And so
Right.
I really appreciate like that you radiate that, and that now you're doing it with the podcast and with comedian stuff and all of that things.
Thanks so
That's so
much.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us, what's something you love about you and why?
Um, I love about me, what I think is kind of my superpower is I get embarrassed saying this stuff, but I'm going to say it anyway because I think this is my truth. Um, that I feel like I have my superpowers feeling connected with people.
Mhm.
And so I love that about myself. And I love, especially with my experience with a lot of therapy over the years and coaching and becoming a coach and doing my own work, is that I feel like I'm good at accepting people where they are
Mhm.
and holding space for them. And something I've come to in the last few years is that uh, there's nothing to fix with me, and not making myself wrong about having thoughts and feelings. And more recently, really being able to expand that to other people. So I'm like, okay, if there's nothing to fix about me, there's nothing to fix about him or her either.
So I love that.
So it just is so freedom. It's so freeing to be like, I don't have to do anything but love this person.
Mm,
And if I don't, I can walk away.
mhm,
But I don't have to, you know, tell them what they need to do about anything. So
mhm. Yeah, because that basis of nothing to fix, and yeah.
they get to be them, I get to be me. And if we are enjoying each other's company, great. If not, we don't have to we don't have to be in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that you recognize that about yourself and love that about you too. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
All right. So I love talking about connections with others and ourselves. And I think the daughter-in-law, mother-in-law relationship is packed full of examples. So any thoughts about that relationship or anything really?
I just, I had a wonderful mother-in-law. She was June Cleaver.
Mhm.
She's been gone for, over a decade now. I miss her. We were close, but we were not, she was always very kind. I mean, there was no animosity. She was involved in our life, but not overly involved, that kind of stuff. But um, I was talking to a young person who is pregnant with her second child and her second boy. And she's like, I'm excited to be a boy mom. This is our last baby. I'm happy being boy mom. My one concern is that none of my friends who are married, including myself, have great relationships with their mother-in-law.
Hmm.
So it was just something. And I said, well, and I have my younger daughter has a very serious boyfriend who they will, she considers his mom and mother-in-law, and they have a good relationship, but they
Mhm.
grew up together. So it's just
Mhm.
interesting. Um, so I love this work you're doing, Leanne, because I think um, there's a, and I was fortunate. I did not have that animosity, but there's just work to be done in
Yeah.
accepting each other. I mean, and it's
Yeah.
not just coming from the mothers-in-law, it's also from the daughters-in-law. So, um,
Right.
I don't know. I just wanted to share that. I thought that was interesting coming from a 30-something-year-old perspective and wanting more, but not really necessarily knowing how to get there.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that you talk to her. And I think it is when we bring the conversation up, saying, being a daughter-in-law or being a mother-in-law is tough. And here's the
Mhm.
things that I'm dealing with and noticing, yes, there's some people that have a beautiful relationship, and there's a lot of people who don't and
Mhm.
struggle. And so figuring out how to navigate it. But if we keep it inside and never share anything, then it's hard to.
Yeah, and there's so much, I keep saying freedom, but there's so much comfort, I think, or relief in just saying things out loud sometimes. You think,
Mhm.
to someone you feel safe with.
Exactly. Exactly. So do you have any good jokes about mother-in-law or daughter-in-laws? That could be something for
It's
one
not
of your
really a
shows,
joke, but
huh?
there's one thing because my husband's nearing retirement age, and it's not really a joke about my mother-in-law, but something I learned from my mother-in-law was that retirement means half the money and twice the husband. And I'm like, I just don't find that incentivizing.
Mhm.
Little something about us. But anyway, and that was not original to her, but and she shared that with me when her
Uh,
husband retired.
I love it. I love
So
it.
cute.
Yeah, yeah. That's a whole
Yeah.
new way of dealing with, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
having husband around a whole lot more.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Ah, I love it. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share? And where can our audience go to find you and listen to your podcast? And if you have any comedian shows, anything like that you want to share?
Yeah. Well, I'm based in Dallas, Texas, so you can. I've done a little traveling with comedy, but if you're in the Dallas Metroplex, check me out on Instagram. My name is Darcy Christ Comedy on Instagram, and my last name is spelled like Christ, so it's DarcyChrist Comedy.
Okay.
My schedule's always there, and then also Read the Room podcast is on all the platforms, and it's with Darcy, Madison, and Jacqueline, and that's about it. That's where you can find us. And um, we just started the podcast, and we just published our second episode this week, and it's been really fun having this project with my adult girls.
Mm.
We're close anyway, but it's just we're like if no one ever listens, it's something fun we're doing together, and it's been fun. We're kind of talking about like memories that I of my childhood, stories from my life that I think they know automatically because they're my daughters, which is not necessarily true. And then
Mm.
kind of talking about things that happen in their lives that happened a lot differently than I thought they happened. So kind of stuff like that. And we're kind of funny. So um
I cannot wait to
banter.
listen. And what a great way to connect with your daughters. I
Yeah.
mean, I love that so much, Darcy, because
Yeah.
just, sharing things and memories and exactly like they're totally different from one person to another.
Mhm. It's like,
So,
oh, that's not quite how that really happened. And yeah, and it's fun. My older daughter has also started stand-up comedy. So
oh,
people who like saw us interacting are like, your dynamic is as mother-daughter is kind of unique. So they're like, you need to start a podcast. I'm like, well, we got to get Jacqueline in this too, our youngest daughter, my youngest daughter, and
uh-huh.
she's the funniest and she's not doing comedy. So there we go.
Well, we got to get you out to Georgia too, man. That's awesome. Or I need to come to Dallas and listen
Yeah,
live, so that'd be cool.
it'll
That'd
be
be
fun.
cool.
It's been a great, and I will say, on a personal level, starting comedy, stand-up comedy at 60 has been, it's added so much to my life because it's, especially after COVID, um, just I wasn't out in the world as much, with coaching and everything. I have a ton of virtual friends all over the country, but like getting out,
Mhm.
um, and like finding a community that's all kind of working on the same thing and has and we're all just kind of the right amount of weird, maybe. I don't know. But
I
it's
love
been really
that.
a great addition to my life in this stage. So it's been a lot of fun.
I love that so much. Well, I think laughter, I've been learning a ton of stuff about nervous system things, and I think laughter can just help us regulate things and
Mhm.
calm us down and just the humor. So I love that you're sharing that with everyone.
Yeah,
That's so awesome. That is
it's fun.
awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. But it's a vulnerability roller coaster, which is good. Is great, especially when you're on the peaks of it.
Uh-huh.
When you're about to go down, well, I don't know. There's crazy, but it's been a
Uh,
great learning experience for me and fun, lots of fun.
and I love that you're choosing to chose to start it at 60. It just reminds us you're not too old to start anything.
Yeah, yeah. And it's something I wanted to do for decades. It's always
Really?
been there, and finally, it just timing was right, apparently. So,
Ah, I love that. That's awesome. All right. Well, tell us what your favorite question or quote about love is, and how have you used it for yourself and in your relationships?
okay. I don't have an author for this, but this is my favorite quote about, well, love, I guess. It goes, you can't hate yourself into a version of yourself you can love.
Ah,
So when you're wanting to change something, it's all about not making yourself wrong, right? Like, don't
mhm,
make yourself wrong for where you are because we're doing the
mhm,
best we can. Um, it's kind of like know better, do better, all these self-help people, but yeah, we can't, you know, and I was a weight loss coach, so I'm like, you can't hate your heavier self and then help and then decide to love yourself. You've got to love yourself along the way. It just doesn't turn on when you
mhm,
kind of reach a goal. So,
mhm. Yeah, that is beautiful. And I think that is so I love that because that's the basis of what we do in Connection Crew. It's like it starts within. It starts
mhm.
with loving yourself first. So I love that. You can't hate yourself into a version of yourself you can love. Is that
Yeah, yeah,
hmm, something to think about? That
yeah. I mean, you've got
beautiful.
to, yeah. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of inner child work, and would you think of that, talk that way about a friend who was in this your same exact situation kind of stuff is a helpful way to be like, no, I would never say what I say to myself to someone else.
Right,
Right.
right. Yeah, and that's a great reminder. And
Yeah,
I think that's a very simple way to remember that. Wait, would I say this to someone I really care about? If I wouldn't, then I'm not going to talk
yeah,
about like that to me. So,
yeah. Would I say this to one of my children? No.
right.
Anyway,
Hmm. Yeah. Ah, so beautiful. Thank you so much, Darcy, for sharing your insights and your love and your humor and all the things. I love it. So, thank you.
thanks for sharing yourself with the world, and I'm so glad to see you. It's been too
I
long.
I know, I know. Well, here's to nothing to fix,
Yes.
connection, and love. Have a good one, y'all.
Awesome. Thanks, Leanne. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode and want to create more fun, connection, and love into your relationships, check out my Connection Crew membership and one-on-one coaching programs. This is where I share practical strategies to help you deepen your relationships. Plus, I've got some fun free goodies that you won't want to miss. If you're ready to transform your connections from the inside out, start with my free Connection Blueprint, your easy 3-step guide to connecting with yourself and others on a whole new level. And here's a bonus. If you're looking to strengthen your bond with your daughter-in-law, grab my one question that will instantly boost the love and understanding in your relationship. All the details, including your free Connection Blueprint and that powerful one question, are in the show notes or at leanneaustin.com. Don't wait. Start creating those deeper, more meaningful connections today.